If you spend any time online looking for fitness advice, you will immediately be hit with a wall of noise. You're told to eat specific superfoods, trick your metabolism, and do specialized belly fat workouts. But getting lean is much less complicated than that. It is an unsexy, straightforward mathematical equation of calories in versus calories out. Executing that math is almost effortless today. You open an app on your phone, scan a barcode, and digital tools handle all the daily tracking for you. This leaves us with a rather glaring paradox. If the math is practically done for us, why do over 90% of people fail to actually reach their goal weight? The universal failure rate of diets doesn't stem from flawed math or a lack of knowledge. It comes from an inherent human flaw in how we handle the timeline of execution. This chart illustrates a typical diet timeline. At day 1, motivation is at its peak. Restricting calories drops the scale noticeably overnight. Into weeks 2 and 3, motivation stays high. Tracking meals feels manageable, and steady weight loss feels sustainable indefinitely. At this stage, the process requires almost zero psychological resilience. You are getting visible results for a very small amount of effort. But this early honeymoon phase is a trap. It builds a sense of invincibility, leaving you unprepared for the moment the variables of the equation start shifting against you. That shift usually happens right around weeks 4 and 5. This is the exact breaking point where the initial dopamine of starting a new project evaporates. It exposes a major biological blind spot. As humans, we are terrible at accurately forecasting future friction when we are highly motivated at the start of a new endeavor. You suddenly hit a wall of diet fatigue. The exact same act of logging your food that felt effortless on day 3 now feels psychologically agonizing. When faced with this sudden friction, the mind immediately looks for scapegoats. You start convincing yourself that you have a slow metabolism, or searching for new fitness tricks so you don't have to confront the discomfort. The mathematical system hasn't stopped working. You are simply consuming fewer calories than you burn, but your mind has collided with its own limits of comfortable endurance. By week 4, the friction becomes a physical reality. The body is now actively fighting the caloric deficit to defend its energy stores. This pie chart breaks down your total daily energy expenditure. Notice this isolated section called NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This represents the calories you burn through subconscious daily movements, entirely outside of the gym, like walking to your car, adjusting your posture, or talking with your hands. Sensing that it's being starved, your body subconsciously downregulates your NEAT. The portion of your daily burn coming from those small movements shrinks noticeably, while the indicator for your hunger hormones shoots upward. You start moving less and fidgeting less to conserve energy. This simultaneous drop in your daily calorie burn and spike in hunger hormones changes the physical experience of the diet. The wall is the exact moment those evolutionary survival mechanics override your intellectual willpower. It is why the same mathematical deficit that felt easy on week 1 now feels physically torturous by week 5. Surviving a diet is not about finding a physically easier method. It requires altering your expectations before day 1 even begins. You have to enter the process explicitly expecting that the daily routine of weighing portions and logging meals is going to feel impossible by day 30. Success requires a robotic mental toughness. You cannot rely on the fleeting motivation and rapid results that carried you through the first 3 weeks. You have to stop searching for biological workarounds or secret superfoods. You must accept that simply enduring the psychological friction is the actual work required to succeed. Getting lean is easy on paper, but navigating the predictable timeline of our own biological and psychological rebellion is what actually determines the outcome.